Alrighty, fanboys and fangirls, on today's episode, we're going to talk about the iPhone 13 Pro Max from the video that came out from Unbox Therapy. This is a dummy model that he was given, and we're going to take a look and examine it. And while it isn't the official design of the iPhone 13 in terms of the front screen and other things, it does give us a realistic depiction of what the phone could potentially look like. And I might be a little worried. Let me explain on today's episode. Also, we have more information on the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2, so I'll explain everything you need to know. And the new Pixel Bud A series will be getting a brand new feature that is not going to be just exclusive to that headphones, but to future headphones coming soon. All that on today's episode, so stay tuned. YouTube, what's poppin'? Michael here, welcome back to Technoid. I hope you're doing well, hope you're all staying safe. Anyway, today guys, the episode's only gonna have 3 stories, so I'm gonna leave some timestamps in the description and also in the skip tab, wherever you're looking for. So whatever story you're most interested in, I will leave at the end. And guys, again, thank you for joining me as always. We got a lot to unpack in today's episode, so all that out of the way, let's get going. Story number 1, the main story, the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, as you know, the iPhone 13 Pro Max is not fully in mass production yet. They are starting to work on it, but usually around this time, case developers and usually developers in general usually get dummy units so they can work to precisely tune their cases and make better finishes for their cases coming for the future release. Usually it is around this time, and usually 1 or 2 big YouTubers get their hands on these dummy units and show it off to the world, and this is one of those cases. Lou has pretty much done this a couple of times already, so really not gonna knock on wood for that. But the iPhone 13 Pro Max dummy unit was shown off in his video, and it gives us a realistic idea of what the iPhone 13 Pro Max is going to look like. Now, full disclosure, full disclaimer, the front of the phone is not the actual display. It is not an exact 100% representation of what Apple is going to do. It just gives us a simulation of what we can realistically expect. And the back of the phone does give us a realistic depiction of the camera size and also the logo and other things that case manufacturers use when they are scaling and modeling and molding their cases. So I wanted to put that in the beginning because a lot of people get confused and think that this is the real design of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So I just wanted to disclaim that. But take a look at the images. I mean, it's kind of exactly what we already knew it was going to be. There is really no big whoop, big shock. But I am a tad worried, but also curious at the same time. I'm not really worried that the phone's going to be a disaster. There's no way I think that. But if I'm looking at the screen with the way these manufacturer developer dummies are, even if it's not the exact design, I'm a little bit curious about the notch size getting smaller. Now, I know I've been talking about it. I know we want the notch to get a reduction, and personally, I just don't want the notch, but I would definitely take a reduction over having what we have now. But looking at the image, I'm getting Pixel 3 XL vibes. Now, the Pixel 3 XL was worse. That was way worse than we originally thought. So I wouldn't go as far to say Apple's is worse. It's definitely miles better than the 3 XL. But I'm a little bit worried because they've also moved the speaker grill to the top. Now, most smartphone manufacturers do this. They leave a little bit of a gap and some little bit extra holes around the area to kind of make up for the sound and some way to enhance the bass. Now, Apple has never done this before. Usually they incorporate the speaker and the earphone into one, and they usually leave it in the center. Now you're putting it on the top of the display, and I'm a little bit worried in terms of that because I haven't seen Apple's track record when it comes to doing that kind of technology, at least to the very top of the border. And if you're wondering why I'm making a big deal about it, it's simple. There is no evidence for me to support Apple doing this kind of thing, but also, how is it going to be with dust resistance? How is Apple going to implement this technology? But most of all, what is going to happen once they move it up? Now, the exact cutout on the image doesn't depict, again, a full realistic view. But if Apple is going to move it above the camera setup, I am a little bit tad worried because I haven't seen Apple do this before. So I myself have some doubts, but I don't doubt that it's going to be terrible or bad. I'm just concerned because I haven't seen Apple do it, so I would like to see them try and implement this feature. But overall, the 13 Pro Max does look like a nice, decent phone. The camera size is bigger on the back, so you will be getting bigger sensors. And overall, it looks like a really good device. based off the dummy leaks. Now, of course, we are going to get more fine-tuned and more robust leaks coming in the months, and of course, somewhere along the way, somebody's going to leak it out there. So overall, take everything like I said. These aren't official, down-to-earth, 100% design for the front of the phone. The back of the phone, 100%. You can't deny that, in case they need to know that exact measurements. So again, look at these dummy units, use it as a base, maybe build some hype, but let's wait a little bit longer before we start pressing the gas. Alrighty, story number 2, let's talk about the Galaxy Buds 2. Now, the Galaxy Buds 2s are a very interesting pair of headphones because they aren't just your average typical follow-up to the Galaxy Buds. They are your typical follow-up to the standard Galaxy Buds that came out 2 years ago. Now, Samsung has since then released tons and tons of headphones. They have released so many different variants of headphones, and while I do appreciate the different types, I guess you could say, I appreciate that they have different models for different prices, I feel like it's become oversaturated. We've got the Buds Live, the Buds Pro, the Buds Plus, and the standard Buds. And for me, I'm just saying to myself, I don't like that it's so overly saturated with so many headphones out there. But these new headphones are going to be a follow-up, and according to the reports, they are going to be a follow-up to the original Galaxy Buds that came out. They will have multiple different color options, and it will, however, not contain some of the Pro features and ANTs as of the reports. Now, things could change as we go along, but basically to summarize this story, the Buds 2, while they are going to be a follow-up and a new generation of Galaxy Buds, they're going to take the place of the original Galaxy Buds. Now listen, like I said, I do enjoy the Galaxy Buds. I do enjoy their lineup. I have used every single one of them, and I love them. But I have to admit, I feel like there's too many of them for me to want to distinguish buying one over the other. And money isn't a factor. It's more about what you get. Why would I take the original Galaxy Buds over the Buds Plus? Why would I take the Buds Plus over the Buds Pro? Hell, why would the Buds Live even be a consideration? These kind of little factors. Now, of course, the design is one way to distinguish the Buds Live, but my point here is that there are so many earbuds in Samsung's lineup that I said it before, I'm going to say it again, they should just take away one. Just one. I'm not asking for anything big, just one earbud, just one lineup, take it away, and that way we can have 3 different earbuds. And I get it, it's good to have a multi-different variety for consumers, but when you start making them very similar to each other and the only difference is price, while it is going to be good for consumers, it's going to be confusing as hell for most people because they're going to think they're going to get the best one, and then the next thing you know, I didn't get that. But that's just my opinion. It's not factual. I just wish that Samsung would slim the lineup down by just one pair, taking one away. That's just my opinion. And last story, the Google Pixel Bud A series. Now, the Pixel Bud A series are a pair of earphones that are supposed to be cheaper and supposed to be more affordable for Google's lineup. And a lot of people were concerned that these were going to be cheaper variants, that were going to basically be lower quality. Well, I'm here to report that that is not the case, as they are going to be premium earbuds with a little bit cheaper form factor, meaning the charging case and other things, but it will also implement a new technology that will then be implemented in their future earbuds to come. The biggest one that was just noted in a leak is the fast charge pairing, and also the faster pairing setup as well. So not only do you get faster charging, but a faster setup boot menu like pop-up icons, but it will also work with previous versions of Android, starting with Android 6. Now, those on my own are pretty cool because I think that's nice that Google is catering to other variant of Android users that either don't want to upgrade or they just probably want to do support. But these new A-series buds are going to be the Pixel Buds, just a little bit more refined for a cheaper form factor, but they're not going to improvise, or how would I say, they're not going to compromise on the quality. So you are going to get a pair of premium earbuds just for a fraction of the cost that the Pixel Buds originally launched. So I wanted to disclaim that and update you guys because there was a lot of confusion in the last story. So I hope that this clears everything up, and I hope you guys are satisfied because I cannot wait to get my hands on these earphones. I love headphones, so I can't wait to try them out. And that's it for today's episode of Technoid. Now guys, really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. Now circle my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on the next episode. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, stay safe, and peace.